Oh, hey everybody. It is Wednesday, time for a check-in. Archie's very clingy today, if you hadn't noticed. Bit of a late start for us around here. It's been quite a week. So I have some good news. I'm really excited that part of one of the major projects in the office, because we have to do some renovation in that part of the house before we can set up our office, is done. We needed to put a mini split, which is like it can do air conditioning and heating for areas that don't necessarily have like access to indoor like HVAC and stuff like that. So it actually originally was a garage that was built on the side of this townhouse that we got. We're the only place in this neighborhood that has that. The original owners was a husband and wife, and the husband actually seemed like a pretty capable like handyman, carpenter, like all around kind of guy, and he converted this garage over into a wood workshop. And I can tell it was one because having worked in a warehouse where we actually did woodworking when I worked for a furniture store, the outlets in some of the areas and where they're at are where a workbench would have normally sat so you could plug in your power tools and things like that. So I've recognized where some of those things are. Um, but he converted this garage over into a workshop, and he custom built a lot of things in this house. Like what you see behind me right now, these cabinets and things like that, they are all over the house. He made these cabinets himself. There is an island. Now, mind you, apparently they owned this house for about 30 years, and then the lady we bought it from was the first person who owned it after them. So we're the third owners of this house, and she did not change out these cabinets. So he built an island that had additional, really deep, spacious storage for his wife. And like, I keep trying to tell my wife, I was like, can we please keep these? I love the character of this house. And she's like, okay, we'll try and figure out how to make it work. So, um, yeah, the space that was the workshop, the previous lady we bought it from converted it over into like a space for like a living area. There's like a little sitting room, and then there was the back room, which is going to be our office, had a bed, a dresser, and a little closet in there. Um, so it had like floor heaters and things like that, which I'm not very comfortable with. Mrs. Winchester, actually, a family member, had a house fire last year. It really upset her, and she's pretty particular when it comes to electrical stuff, because that's what happened. It was actually, I believe it was a toy that had a battery, um, caused this fire in the backyard, and it just lit up the side of the house. Um, Everybody made it out perfectly fine. I mean, they lost everything in there, but they were actually perfectly fine. Um, Her cousin actually woke up. She felt something wake her up, even though she'd actually taken some cold medicine. Something she felt like her grandfather woke her up and told her, "Get out, get out." So she called for her kids, and her daughter grabbed her little brother, and they made it out. And perfect cone of like the fire didn't reach this one walkway out of the house, and they got out. So yeah, Papa's still looking out for all of us. We're happy about that. But yeah, we had we actually had my mother in law agreed to help Chelsea renovate the space. Now, mind you, there's no ductwork. There's an attic, but there's no ductwork in there at all. So that's where we were like, huh, what could we do? And our realtor told us about mini splits, and that's why we actually ordered one. But my mother in law has a very close friend who actually works with a lot of electrical and things like that, and he was like, "Yeah, I can put that in there." And he actually got our old dining set, our dining room table and chairs, because his daughter needed one for her apartment, and we were like, "Hey, it's solid wood and it's like bar stools, like it's a tall nice table if you want it." And he's like, heck yeah. And so he actually has been helping set up a lot of things, fixing electrical over there. Um, all the little floor heaters and the baseboards were ripped out. My mother-in-law actually day one when we first got this place had all the carpet and that like tacking underneath of it ripped up day one. Like she just went on a roll. I think she just really missed having a project because she's run out of money to do some of the things she wants to do in her house. So she's like, heck yeah, I get to paint and demo and rip things up and break stuff up and make new things. And we're like, I mean, if you want to. And she's like, well, I can't afford to like give you a lot of stuff, but I can demo. So I'm really excited that the new floor that went down because we ripped up the carpet that was in there. And a friend, one of my wife's coworkers, agreed to put down some LVT down for us. That got done, I think about a week and a half ago now. And my mother-in-law is doing some patchwork on the walls for repairs and things like that. And then her friend actually just finished the mini split 2 days ago. So it's up and running. It's gonna have a nice comfortable temperature going on in there. It's already feeling nice. I actually went and swept the rooms yesterday with Archie. He was like, "What are you doing?" So now that is up, my mother-in-law is gonna finish up some patchwork, and then she's gonna paint the room. And then as soon as that room is painted, my wife has given me the go-ahead to move my computer and set everything up. So I'm super excited. Yes. So yeah, that's the update on the new office. Yeah, even Archie's excited. Look at him. He's just so excited. But as far as Imagining's universe goes, I don't have any updates comic book wise. However, I will say that I gave Order of the Pawn a listen from Bradley Ramsey. A really nice adventure. He actually narrates it. So I was actually able to listen to it while I was packing over at my house and breaking actually down my desk. It was really fun to listen to, and he was telling me the rest of the prequels are actually like narrated as well. So I'm like, oh heck yeah, I'm gonna go give those a listen when I go back over today. But I got inspired because I think I've told everybody I plan on bringing Hearth of a Writer podcast, my reading podcast, over here to Substack. I'm going to be doing previews and things like that elsewhere, but I'm mainly going to move over to Substack because it's not doing very well on Spotify. I think that's more for commentary and things like that. So for stuff like me reading to you guys, I'm going to bring it over here to Substack, and it sounds like you guys actually enjoy that stuff over here. But rather than re-recording Artemis and Spring, I've decided, since I got inspired, that I want to actually start with a news story for Substack. It's been getting a lot of attention over on Linkit. Does not need development editing, unlike the previous story I tried to do. I'm actually going to start reading Legacy of the Solar Order Volume 1. Ooh, is this an ambitious manuscript? There are 50 chapters to this story. Plenty of episodes will be coming out of this. Who knows? Maybe I'll even get started on Volume 2. And then after that one, I will get a well-deserved break, because that's 50 chapters. So I hope you guys are excited for me to bring over a new story to the Hearth. And then I still want to try and find a way to do author roasts, which author roasts, for those of you who don't know what those are, I had them tagged onto Hearth of a Writer as free things to listen to. But it's where readers come on and I read to them from a chapter that either they're not familiar with or they want me to read to them, and they can interrupt me with either questions or feedback or comments, things like that. So I'm trying to find a way to bring that over here. If you got any ideas, feel free to comment. In the meantime, though, time has come. I'm going to go ahead and finish eating. But as always, my blessing to all of you. Thank you so much for all the new followers and subscribers. Please be kind to yourself and to others. We're all traveling the same path in life, just in different vehicles. And until next time, happy reading and listening adventures.